Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is H.E. Coleman, and this is going to be your reading for the month of December. I'll be announcing the winners at the end of this tape video, but I don't want to say at the beginning because some people don't want to listen to the whole thing. Okay, so here we go for the month of December. I have had the flu for about 2 weeks. And so, among other things. Here we go. Capricorn. I can already feel the heat from over there. Oh my gosh. I can feel the heat from this. Like when I was over here, I could be like, whoa. Oh my gosh. Here we go. There we go. I was scared when I was like, oh, that's good news. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is our pathway. This is our outcome. And this is the stuff we're going to meet along the way. All right. This is a great beginning. The Emperor. The Emperor is the card that is the major manifester of the universe, the Emperor and the Empress. It is about bringing about big ticket items that you've been waiting for a long time. Big things, big changes in your life, like a new job, a new house, something that it's not really like a money thing. It's more like something that you've wanted for a long time, that's been growing, that you've been asking for. And if you're attracting things because you're kind of like, you're in the right frame of mind and you're in the right place at the right time and everything manifests together, then this guy comes and your stuff shows up that you've been wanting for a long time. It's kind of like saying that you're on the right path to manifesting the big stuff that you want. So something big that you want is coming, whether it's a new job, and the wands are about passion. So whether it's a new job or a new opportunity, a new hobby, a new relationship. So it's not really, he's not really about relationships. That'd be more the Empress, but it's something like logical that you want. Something logical, like, I mean, marriage could be something logical, but it's more about stuff like a new job type of situation or a new opportunity. And these are the things you're meeting along the way. This is somebody rescuing you or you rescuing someone. It's going from rough waters to smoother waters, which is always good news, and taking your painful experiences with you. It looks like someone's guiding you or you're guiding someone. So that means that you're going to be going towards smoother waters, so it's definitely a positive sign. This is bickering. This is just like natural holiday stuff. Bickering with people at the office, bickering with people in traffic, bickering with people in the stores. I would be really surprised not to see this, because we're all going to be under a lot of stress this month. So it's bickering. That's totally expected. This is not expected. This is so wonderful. Sitting on a pile of money. Sitting on a pile. This is great, especially in the middle of the month, in the middle of the reading. Perfect place for it. Best place for it, probably the best card, because that's what we want to see in the middle of the month, is sitting on a pile of money, because it's the holiday season. Nobody really has any money. Everybody's like stressing out about money. So it's great to see that you are sitting on a pile of money in the middle of the month. Now, the only thing about this card that I want to draw your attention to is, do you see how she's sitting on the pile of money and she's ignoring the sun, which represents the spirituality? She's kind of like not looking at the sun. And the sun is still warming her. Okay, the sun is still keeping her warm and protecting her and just being there, but she's ignoring it. So pay attention to your spiritual side as well as the money, and don't just be like all about the money, because in times when you don't have money, all that's left is the sun. So that's not the time to suddenly say, oh, hi, son, I didn't pay attention to you all that time that you were there, but now now that you're the only thing I have left, I'll pay attention to you. That's not really a good way to go. So try to take your eye off the money a little bit and just pay attention to your spiritual side as well. And don't forget that, okay? These are the other things that you have here that are going to help or hinder you. This is a soulmate connection. This is the Two of Cups, which is feeling like somebody has your back and you have their back. You're going to feel very, very close to someone. And it can be a lover. It can be a family member. It can be yourself, treating yourself well, feeling more connected to your higher self. Either way, whatever you're connected to, you're going to have a very strong connection and feel loved. You're going to feel loved and taken care of. And this is a Tower card. Now, the Tower, I just have to talk about the Tower. I'm an expert on the Tower, okay? The Tower card is about a shakeup. It's a big shakeup that, and it's also, it's not here. Like, it's not like in the middle of your month, which would be like a big shakeup. It's not the beginning of your month, which would be like, oh my gosh, something's going to happen. It's not an obstacle, which is like, it's a main thing you have to deal with. It's on the side, which is a help or hindrance. So it's not as much of a focus, but it is a shakeup. A tower is when you build something on a foundation that is shaky. Now, it can be lots of different things, but it can also help you in the sense that sometimes we need a shakeup, because if you don't want to waste all your time building on ground that is not solid, or building on a building like a foundation of a building that's not solid. You know that's going to crash at some point, so why not have it crash earlier rather than later? The other thing is, a tower can also be falling in love, because that shakes up your whole world, and it's right across from this card here. So it can be, for some of you, it can be falling in love, and it's going to shake up your world. And it also can be something you don't want, which shakes up your world. But it's not going to be one of those situations where it's a catastrophe, because it's not in your main thing. And also, towers need to come down. If you're building on something that's not solid, you're wasting your time, and you're also you should be building a new tower on something that's solid. Okay? So it could be a belief system that you suddenly change. It can be like something that happens that shakes you up, and then you adjust and you move on. And the lightning is there as a symbol of hope, to remind you that the tower is happening for a reason, because you're supposed to rebuild. Okay? So you are going to have some kind of thing that's going to shake you up, and it might be falling in love, or it might be something where you're like, oh, hey, why did this happen? And it sucks at the time, but then later on you're like, oh, that's why it happened, because I had to do this instead, or I needed to find out this instead, or I suddenly know something that's like a big deal. Okay? Your obstacle is fear. Fear and being scared, being worried, not having a low self-esteem, feeling like you're not good enough, that kind of thing. That's your obstacle. Just the insecurity, basically, being insecure, and maybe worrying about money because you're trying to manifest stuff. But this looks like a great month, because you're manifesting, then you're sitting on a pile of money, and you're making a connection with somebody who's, and this is right above the saving card. So whoever's it could be the person that's saving you that you end up like getting closer to and having a relationship with, whoever's saving you at that point, whether it's a romantic relationship or a family relationship. You might just be closer to somebody in the family after they save you and help you out. And then the bickering is above the tower. So if you get into a bickering situation, don't go with it, because it's going to be a disaster. Okay? If people are bickering around the family, it's not your time. It's not a good time to put your 2 cents in, because you're going to end up causing like a tower. You're going to end up causing a disaster. It's going to be like, oh, the dinner's ruined now because you guys are fighting. Like, don't get into any kind of bickering whatsoever, because you got a tower right above it. If somebody says, do I look fat in this dress? You say, you look amazing. It's not a time to pick a fight, okay? Don't pick a fight with anybody, because you're going to end up with a tower. All right. Your outcome is this. which is having enough money, being financially secure, but you don't think that you are. You're worried about money. Now, he's attracting, it's all about manifesting again. He's attracting these coins, okay? But he's so worried that he's not going to have enough coins that these two end up hitting him in the chest because he's not paying attention. He's not letting them flow naturally. He's not letting the money flow to him. He's like working so hard to get the money to come that it's actually hitting him. So the card is a warning. It's saying you will have enough. Just chill and don't stress about the money, because if you stress about the money, you're going to mess up the flow, and then you're not going to have money, and you're going to have less and less and less, which is such a great statement for Capricorn, because Capricorn's always worried about the money. That's what we do. So don't worry about the money, because what you're going to do is you're going to interrupt the flow. Don't give in to your fear. Don't give in to your fear. That's the quickest way to lose your money. And you've got this and this. You've got this manifesting, and then you've got this in the middle of the month. So you're going to be cool with the money. Just relax, relax, relax. Now, the things that are hidden from you. Too much work. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're a Capricorn, how is this hidden from you? How is this a surprise? Capricorns work way too hard. That's all we do. So it's not a surprise, but you're going to be getting more work. You're going to be doing more work. You're going to be assigned more work. You're overworked. You have too much work, okay? Now, this is the other stuff that's hidden from you, and these are both together. These are together. These are both like the same type of thing. Fast progress. Fast progress with your work and your passion, and possibly a relationship. Wands are passion, so it could be a relationship or it could be your job. But whatever you're passionate about, you're going to get some fast progress, which is the same type of thing as this. This is the Chariot. It's about making the horses go really fast. If you let them go in opposite directions, you're not going to go anywhere, because they're both going to be tearing apart your chariot. If you get them to go in the same direction, boosh, you're going to take off. You're going to be like, whoosh. I just knocked over my card. You're going to be going in a very fast motion. As long as you can steer them properly, which is know where you want to go and take all your energy and put it in that chariot, and then you'll go. And your work is going to go fast. So you see all of these different things. You can't go in 10 directions, okay? There's 10 different things of work here. You know you can't go in 10 directions, so pick one and then put all your energy into that and boosh, go forward, okay? I know I'm right there with you. I have a billion projects. I can't possibly do them all. I gotta just pick one. Pick one and do it. Okay. I just did my personal reading right before this, and I got this exact same one because I'm a Capricorn. A barrier keeps you from your goal. A barrier keeps you from your goal. And I think it's just that you need to get your horses in the same... I think the problem is you need to get your horses aimed in the same direction, because you have too many things to do. You have too many things to do. You need to pick one and just focus on that. I'm going to give you one more, because I want to know what happens when we get past the gate. And my question is going to be, what is the gate? The Maiden. New relationship blossoms. New relationship. Oh, my phone. My son is sick at school and has to come home. Today's the first day he was back all week, because he's been out all week. It's the only day he's been there, and he has to come home. Okay, a new relationship blossoms. And the last thing I'm going to ask is, okay, so a new relationship blossoms. Your card is the yoga card, which is about moving your body and stretching and keep moving, basically. Keep moving, which is hard to do if you're sick, but do it anyway. Try to, if you're too sick to exercise, at least try to stretch a little bit so that you're not, so that you can get a little bit more endorphins going and you'll feel a little bit better. Okay, the other one that you got is to listen. So if there's messages that are coming to you, make sure that you listen to the messages of the universe that are coming to you. And then you have the Maiden, which was a new relationship. The question I'm going to ask before I go is, I was going to ask about the gate. What is the barrier that we need to remove in order for us to move forward? These are the 3 that I got. And this is the new deck that I have, which is the Barbieri deck. It's very beautiful. These are the cards that I got when I asked, what is the barrier that we need to, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is about, he's an entrepreneurial, it's an entrepreneurial card. It's kind of like starting a new business, or it's about passion and things like that. So that's what we need to work on in order to move forward. Is the passion, making sure the passion is there, and also might have to start a new business or working on the business. Okay, the other things that we got was the 4 of Wands, which is the family. And the other thing is the 3 of Wands. They're all wands. It's all about the passion. The 3 of Wands, which is initial success. So the barrier that's stopping us is the new business, which I think I know what that's about for me, but I don't know about for the rest of you. But the new business. These are things that are stopping you from progress of what you want. Is the business, too much focusing on the work and not as much on the passion. And the other thing is the family. Of course, that's always getting in the way because it's your family and you got to take care of the family. And the other thing is initial success. If you had an initial success, you would be inspired to keep going, but it's just that getting that first success is the hardest part. And that's why we're not making the progress, because we feel like we're doing all this work and we're not getting anywhere. If we actually have a little bit of success, like just even getting your foot in the door, then we would have faster progress. So let's all as Capricorns work on that initial success, because once we have that, things will be like, poof, everything will fall into place. It's just that it's almost like we don't believe that we can get to that first success, and we have to get to the first success in order for all the dominoes to fall. You got to set up the first domino. So right now we need to set up our first domino, and that's the barrier. Setting up the first domino. We need help with that. Okay, so that's the last question. Are we gonna get any help with setting up the first barrier? Are we gonna get any help with that? I'm not mistaken. I think this is the Death card. that'd be like a huge transformation. Let me just double check this. Hold on. Oh, here. This is the new deck. I want to just double check the numbers. If the numbers are the same. X. Where is it? Judgment. Okay. That's the card. So I asked, are we going to get any help with setting up the first thing? And it says judgment. So that's like a karma thing. And it's also about feeling judged. Feeling like other people are judging what we're doing. So with the judgment, I guess karmically, if we haven't been helping others, then we're not going to get the help. And if we have been helping others, then we're probably going to get the help. It just depends on what you're putting out there for others. Okay, so that is going to be your reading. I think it looks really good. I think if you're worried about the money, you are going to be secure. You are going to have this in the middle of your month. You're going to feel secure, and you're going to be manifesting big stuff. So that looks great. Just make sure your horses are heading in the right direction, and you're going to be taking off this month. Okay? Have a great month. I'm going to go pick up winners for the contest. For the free readings are, out of the subscribers, I randomly chose 3, and they are Eduardo Rojas, Jan Hoffman, and Patricia Camargo. Out of the commenters, I randomly chose 3, and they are Licia Sorgi, Abija Duvernay, and Sierra Ward. And on top of that, I had 2 of my customers, Amit and Lauren, donated free readings for a stranger, they liked their readings and they decided that they wanted to give a free reading for somebody else. And so I went back and I picked out of the subscribers and commenters, I picked 3 more names, and they are Mary Clendenin, Gary McRogan, and Sumita Royal Goku. Okay, so if your name was called, please contact me at the email in the description, and I will talk to you about what kind of reading you want. And also, I need to know how to contact you, so I'll need to know like what your email is to send you the link to the free reading. Okay, and if you would like to pay for a reading, if your name wasn't called and you want to pay for a reading, you can contact me at the same email, and I will let you know if I have any spaces available. Okay, I'm going to be taking down my website just because I got too many readings all at the same time, and they came at the same time that I was writing a TV pilot and I was doing something else at the same time, so I ended up being way, way, way too busy. So I'm going to just be taking a couple readings at a time from now on. So if you need a reading, just let me know, and then I will let you know when I'll be able to do that. Okay, so take care of yourself. Have a great holiday. Try not to work too hard, and I will see you next month.